When it comes to surprises, no one does it quite like Barbie Forteza. And this time, she outdid herself, because her birthday surprise for David Licauco wasn't just thoughtful, it was deeply personal. What she planned for him wasn't about luxury or extravagance. It was about memories, about meaning, about love, the kind that doesn't need to be shouted from rooftops because it speaks quietly, in actions. And when David walked into that room and realized what Barbie had done, his reaction melted everyone's hearts, including his own. Before we dive into the story that's now taking over social media, make sure you hit subscribe, because the Barbie moments just keep getting sweeter. It all started weeks before David's birthday. Barbie had been unusually quiet on social media, posting less and staying under the radar. Fans assumed she was busy filming or taking a short break, but what they didn't know was that she was planning something behind the scenes, something that would show David just how much she values him, not just as a co-star, but as someone who's made a real impact in her life. According to a close friend of Barbie, she wanted the surprise to feel like a love letter, one that doesn't use words, only moments. When the big day came, David was told he'd been invited to a small post-project gathering organized by the Maria Clara at Ibarra team. It sounded casual, just dinner and a few drinks with friends. But the moment he walked into the venue, his expression changed completely. The lights were dim, soft music played in the background, and everywhere he looked, there were framed photos of memories, their first day on set, behind-the-scenes selfies, even funny candid shots that only insiders would recognize. In the center of it all was a video reel playing clips of his career, intertwined with heartfelt messages from people he'd worked with, and yes, a few words from Barbie herself. When her clip appeared, the room went silent. Barbie, smiling shyly at the camera, said, "David, you've always been everyone's rock, calm, kind, and quietly strong. But today, I hope you let us celebrate you the way you deserve. You're more appreciated than you think, especially by me." It was simple, but so full of heart that even crew members teared up. David tried to laugh it off at first, but anyone could see his eyes glisten. Then, the cake came out, not the usual flashy, themed cake, but something much more sentimental. It was decorated with symbols that represented his journey. A small figure of a camera, a book, a nod to Maria Clara at Ibarra, and a handwritten note in frosting that read, "To the man who makes everyone smile, especially me." That one line set the internet on fire when fans later saw photos. Within minutes of the first clip being posted, "Happy Birthday David" and "Barda Forever" were trending on X. Later, in an interview, David was asked what his favorite birthday memory was that year. He didn't hesitate. "It's the one where I felt truly seen," he said. Fans immediately connected that to Barbie's surprise. The two have always shared a deep connection, but that moment seemed to seal it. There was no performance, no camera act, just honesty. For fans, that night confirmed what they'd suspected all along, that behind the smiles and subtle hints lies a love story that's slowly, beautifully unfolding. And as one fan perfectly put it online, "If this is what real love looks like, then count us all in."